member that represents Kingston. And the Assembly, for those who don't know, is the lower chamber of our state legislature. And Phil was mentioning me because he was going around collecting community news, and he asked me for an update from Albany. And I said that in this year's budget, we're going to authorize to close up to 5 prisons in the state.
Shut him down.
So, just real quick, the HALT Act is founded on a very basic principle, which is that everybody, no matter where they are, where they've ended up for whatever reason, deserves human treatment, which means not being confined in a solitary cell.
That's right.
And for those who say that to repeal this law is a necessary condition for the smooth running of prison, I think what that shows, pitting a humane treatment of the incarcerated against the running of these prisons and saying that this is a necessary condition, what is that doing is confirming that our entire incarceration system is not working. If that's the kind of requirement that we need to keep people safe there, then that is a non-starter. So we want to do a few things in the New York State legislature this year that lots of people are working hard toward. We want to increase the oversight of the correctional officers and the entire system. We really need to get elders out of the prison. We have one of the highest populations of people in prison, and that is a symptom of a broken society. The other thing we are very excited about that we want to push for is we want to establish a treatment court in every county in the state. This bill, we know it as treatment, not jail, because the fact is people who need treatment are being sent to prisons because 1, we don't care, and 2, because we don't actually want to do the solution that is needed, and we want to change it with this legislation. It is now called Treatment Court Expansion Act. At Rikers, I believe the statistic is that almost 50% of the people who end up at Rikers actually just need treatment. So we want to make sure that when we are talking about public safety, we're talking about the safety of everyone and not a categorized hierarchy of who deserves safety and who does not deserve safety. Everybody deserves basic dignity. So ultimately, hopefully, we don't have a system that relies on sending people to prisons, that we have a system instead that gets people on the right path, that creates opportunities like good union jobs, good education, communities that people can rely on, that are not getting displaced by a housing crisis and so on. But this year, we really hope that we use the authorization to close 5 prisons in the state. And I am very hopeful that all of us are gonna stick together and say that we are not repealing the HALT Act. We're only going forward. We're not gonna go backward. Thank you so much.